As we grow older, the spaces we live in should evolve with us, especially the bedroom, our sanctuary of rest. But over the years, it's easy to fill this space with things that no longer serve us. In fact, some of these items may quietly drain our energy, clutter our minds, or even pose safety risks. Today, we're exploring 17 things older adults might consider removing from their bedrooms and why letting go can bring newfound peace and clarity. 1. A television set. At first glance, a television in the bedroom might seem harmless, even comforting. For decades, it's been the go-to companion during sleepless nights or lazy Sunday mornings. But for older adults, keeping a TV in the bedroom may do more harm than good. Studies have shown that watching television before bed can interfere with sleep quality, especially as our natural sleep rhythms become more delicate with age. The blue light emitted by screens disrupts melatonin production, the hormone that helps signal your body it's time to rest. And beyond the science, there's a deeper truth here. The bedroom should be a place of restoration, not distraction. When you leave the television on, your brain remains active, engaged in whatever show is playing rather than winding down into stillness. Even if you doze off, your mind continues to absorb noise and light, keeping you in a lighter stage of sleep. Over time, this can contribute to fatigue, memory trouble, and even mood swings. Removing the television doesn't mean giving up comfort, it means redefining it. Imagine trading background noise for the quiet hum of a fan or late-night crime dramas for the sound of your own breathing, steady and calm. 2. Heavy or oversized furniture. Many of us hold onto large, solid furniture pieces for decades, headboards passed down from parents, dressers built like fortresses, nightstands that seem to have been made to last forever. These items once symbolized permanence, tradition, and even success. But as we grow older, the needs of our bodies and our lives shift. That same heavy oak dresser that once stood proudly in the corner may now be a daily hazard. It's harder to navigate around, more difficult to clean under, and a potential danger in case of a fall or emergency. Mobility is not just about how well you walk, it's about how safe and comfortable your environment makes you feel. Oversized furniture can make bedrooms feel cramped, limit clear walking paths, and increase the risk of bumps, bruises, or worse. Even reaching for a drawer that's too low or too high can strain your back or shoulders in ways that weren't noticeable 10 years ago. Letting go of bulky furniture is not about giving up luxury, it's about embracing ease. A lighter, more open space can offer the freedom to move without worry. Replacing heavy pieces with simpler, more ergonomic designs can make daily life not only safer but also more serene. Think of it as a gift to your future self, a room that welcomes you with grace, not resistance. 3. Piles of old magazines and books. At first, they seem harmless, just a few stacks of your favorite reads, maybe tucked beside the nightstand or under the bed. But over time they grow. Issue after issue, story after story, they begin to collect not just dust, but a certain weight. Emotional weight. These books and magazines often represent cherished memories, times of learning, or moments of escape. Letting go of them feels almost like erasing a part of your past. But here's the truth, they don't serve you the way they once did. As we age, clutter, especially in the bedroom, can quietly chip away at our peace of mind. It crowds the space, makes cleaning harder, and can even become a tripping hazard in the dark. What used to be a symbol of curiosity or accomplishment may now be adding to your mental load without you even realizing it. Too much visual noise can overstimulate the brain, making it harder to relax and fall asleep. Decluttering doesn't mean discarding your identity. Keep the few books that still bring you joy, the stories you might read again, the volumes that truly matter. Let the rest go. Give them new life in a library, a senior center, or a donation box. What you're creating is not just space on a shelf, but space in your mind. A place where stillness can return, where sleep feels easier, where peace begins. 4. Decorative throw pillows you don't use. They start off as charming accents, soft fabrics, elegant patterns, maybe a touch of color to brighten the bedspread. But before long, they multiply. 4 becomes 6. 6 becomes 10. And suddenly, every evening turns into a small chore, lifting, stacking, rearranging. Decorative throw pillows might look lovely, but if they serve no real purpose, they can quietly become a burden. For older adults, especially those with arthritis, joint stiffness, or reduced mobility, bending or lifting even lightweight items can become uncomfortable. And in the quiet moments when you're just trying to rest, the last thing you need is a reminder of something to manage. More pillows often mean more clutter, more effort, and less space to simply be. Then there's the emotional layer. Often we keep them because they once matched a room perfectly, or because a loved one picked them out. But beauty should never come at the cost of ease. And comfort, not decoration, should be the heartbeat of your bedroom. By keeping only what you need, maybe 1 or 2 supportive pillows, and perhaps 1 sentimental cushion, you allow your room to breathe again. You reclaim time, reduce effort, and give your space a cleaner, calmer feel. In this stage of life, peace should be effortless, not something you have to tidy your way toward each night. 5. Rugs without non-slip backing. A soft rug underfoot can feel warm, familiar, like a gentle invitation each morning as your feet touch the floor. But what feels cozy can quietly become one of the most dangerous items in the bedroom if it's not secured properly. For older adults, rugs without non-slip backing are a leading cause of falls, and falls, even small ones, can change everything. As balance shifts with age and as reflexes slow down just a bit, the slightest tug on an unsecured rug can lead to a stumble. Maybe you're getting up in the dark for a glass of water, or hurrying to answer a phone call. In those quick moments, your safety depends on how steady your footing is. A sliding rug, even a small one, is a silent risk. The solution doesn't have to be giving up softness or warmth. It's about choosing function with intention. If you love the look or feel of your rug, consider adding a high-quality non-slip pad underneath or replacing it with one that's already backed in rubber or silicone. Better yet, opt for low-profile, anti-slip mats designed specifically with safety in mind. Your bedroom should be a place of ease, not hazards hidden underfoot. A safer floor means greater confidence as you move through your space day or night. Because peace of mind isn't found in things, it's found in the thoughtful care you give to the details around you. 6. Alarm clocks with harsh buzzers or tiny displays. For many years, that loud, jarring alarm was a necessity, a no-nonsense start to the day. But now, in this gentler chapter of life, that same sound can feel more like an assault than a wake-up call. The sharp buzz of an old-fashioned alarm clock can spike stress hormones and disrupt sleep patterns that are already more delicate with age. And if the numbers on the clock are too small to read easily, it adds frustration instead of comfort. Waking up shouldn't feel like a shock to the system. And squinting to see what time it is in the middle of the night can trigger anxiety that keeps you awake even longer. This is why it might be time to part ways with the harsh alarm clock and welcome something more attuned to your needs. Today's options are far more compassionate. Clocks with large, softly lit displays are easier on the eyes. Gentle wake-up lights that simulate sunrise help your body ease into the day. Even a melodic chime or soft nature sounds can signal the morning without a spike in heart rate. It's a small change that can have a big impact on how you start and feel throughout your day. Removing that old buzzer isn't about giving up structure. It's about choosing a softer rhythm. One that honors your rest, your eyes, and your heart. Sleep and waking should both be kind. 7. A chair that's become a catch-all. Once it was a beautiful accent piece, a soft armchair or a sturdy wooden seat, maybe placed near the window or beside the bed. But over time, it quietly changed roles. No longer a place to sit and read or relax, it became something else entirely, a drop zone. A catch-all for yesterday's clothes, unopened mail, old scarves, or things you meant to put away later. It's a slow shift, one that sneaks up on you. The chair is still there, but its purpose has faded. And what replaces that purpose is clutter, visual, emotional, even physical. A chair like this can make the whole room feel more chaotic. And for older adults, it also introduces a subtle risk. Reaching over a pile to grab something or trying to sit down without realizing what's underneath can lead to an unnecessary fall or injury. But deeper than that, a cluttered chair is a signpost. A symbol of postponed decisions, of energy stretched thin, of things unresolved. Letting it go or reclaiming it can feel like reclaiming a part of yourself. You might find, once it's cleared, that the chair becomes something valuable again. A quiet spot for a morning cup of tea, a place to tie your shoes, a seat to rest in while you open the blinds and welcome the day. Don't let a piece of furniture become a symbol of delay. Give it purpose again, or the grace to move on. 8. Excess bedding that adds weight or heat. A bed layered with quilts, blankets, and throws can look inviting, like a cozy nest you've built over the years. But as we age, our bodies change in ways that make heavy bedding less of a comfort and more of a challenge. What once felt snug and secure may now feel overwhelming or even exhausting to move. And if your bedroom tends to run warm, all that extra weight can disrupt your sleep with uncomfortable overheating. Sleep is already more sensitive in later years. Our internal temperature regulation isn't what it used to be, and waking up hot and tangled under layers of fabric becomes more common. Heavier bedding also puts strain on your joints when adjusting your position during the night. Even pulling up the covers can become more effort than ease, especially if your hands or shoulders ache. The goal isn't to strip away the comfort, it's to refine it. A lighter duvet or a single, breathable blanket can offer just as much warmth without the bulk. Look for natural materials like cotton or bamboo, which help wick away moisture and keep your body cool. Simplifying your bed can make it easier to make each morning, too. Less lifting, less folding, and a cleaner start to the day. 9. Outdated prescription bottles or unused medications. It's easy to let them pile up. A half-full bottle from a past prescription, an over-the-counter remedy you haven't touched in years, maybe even duplicates of the same medication from different refills. Tucked into drawers or lined up on a bedside table, these forgotten containers blend into the background. But make no mistake, keeping outdated or unnecessary medications in your bedroom is more than just clutter. It's a quiet risk hiding in plain sight. As we age, our medication needs change. What once worked for your body may no longer be safe. Expired pills can lose potency or worse, cause side effects you didn't expect. And when there are too many bottles around, it becomes easier to confuse one with another, especially during early mornings or late nights when your mind is tired. Even well-organized people can make mistakes in moments of fatigue or distraction. The solution is simple but powerful. Do a clean sweep. Check expiration dates. Dispose of anything outdated, unused, or no longer part of your treatment plan. Many pharmacies offer take-back programs for safe disposal. Streamline what remains into a clearly labeled, easily accessible space, preferably in a daily pill organizer, so nothing gets missed or doubled. 10. Dim lighting or inaccessible light switches. Light is more than just illumination, it's safety, it's confidence, and in many ways it's dignity. Yet many bedrooms still rely on dim bulbs, outdated fixtures, or switches that are hard to reach from bed. For older adults, this isn't just inconvenient. It's dangerous. Poor lighting is one of the leading contributors to nighttime falls and disorientation, especially during those late-night trips to the bathroom or when getting up suddenly from sleep. Our eyes change with age. They need more light to see clearly, and they adjust more slowly between light and darkness. A bedroom that once felt cozy and warm might now cast long shadows and create confusion. Reaching across the bed for a switch or fumbling for a lamp in the dark can turn a simple movement into a risk. And the consequences of a fall in the bedroom are far more serious than many realize. But here's the good news, fixing this is both simple and transformative. Swapping in brighter, soft white LED bulbs can create a well-lit, calming environment. Adding motion sensor night lights or bedside lamps with easy touch controls ensures that light is always within reach. Consider smart bulbs or voice-activated devices that allow you to control lighting without even getting up. 11. Keepsakes that stir more sadness than joy. The bedroom is one of the most personal spaces in a home. It's where we reflect, rest, and reconnect with ourselves. Naturally, it often becomes the place we keep our most sentimental items, old photographs, letters, souvenirs, or gifts from loved ones long gone. These keepsakes carry stories, and many bring comfort. But some, over time, begin to feel heavier. Not in weight, but in emotion. There are items that no longer soothe, but instead awaken grief, regret, or longing. a framed wedding photo from a lost partner, a dusty box of mementos tied to a painful chapter, a gift from someone who is no longer in your life. These things deserve your respect, yes, but not your daily sorrow. And when kept in the bedroom, they can quietly shape your mood, especially during the vulnerable hours before sleep or upon waking. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means honoring your memories in ways that support your well-being today. You might choose to move these items to a different room, tuck them into a memory box, or take a photograph of them before parting with the physical piece. You're not discarding your past, you're protecting your peace. 12. A mirror that no longer reflects kindness. There was a time when the mirror in your bedroom was a tool, perhaps to check your outfit, apply a bit of makeup, or smooth your hair before heading out. But for many older adults, that once helpful mirror can become something else entirely, a source of silent self-judgment. As we age, our bodies shift. Lines deepen, skin changes, muscles soften. And if the mirror remains fixed in the past, we may find ourselves staring not with grace but with critique. A mirror that no longer reflects kindness is not helping you. It might quietly chip away at your self-esteem each morning. You catch a glimpse and instead of feeling acceptance, you feel disappointment. Instead of confidence, discomfort. We forget that our appearance tells a story, not of fading beauty, but of resilience, wisdom, and experience earned with every year. If the mirror in your bedroom has become a critic instead of a companion, consider making a change. Replace it with one that offers better lighting, a softer frame, or even a smaller size. Or move it entirely, creating a space where your focus is on how you feel, not how you look. Hang art, family photos, or a positive affirmation in its place. 13. An overstuffed closet full of someday clothes. It happens slowly. A dress you haven't worn in 10 years, a pair of pants that no longer fit, a sweater that was always a little itchy but too expensive to toss. Over time, closets become archives of who we once were, or who we thought we might be again. And while there's nothing wrong with keeping a few special pieces, an overstuffed closet filled with someday clothes can quietly weigh on the spirit. Every time you open those doors and see clothes you don't wear, you're faced with a subtle sense of pressure or loss. You might think, maybe one day I'll fit into that again, or I used to love that jacket, but those thoughts often come with a sigh. The truth is, those clothes are holding space in your life that could be freed for the person you are right now, not the one you were 20 years ago. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing clothes that reflect your current body, comfort, and lifestyle. Pieces that make getting dressed feel simple, joyful, and affirming. A clean, functional closet can transform your morning from a moment of stress into a moment of self-respect. 14. Bedside tables overflowing with just-in-case items. It starts with practicality. A flashlight in case the power goes out. A bottle of lotion for dry hands. A book you've been meaning to finish. A pair of reading glasses, a phone charger, tissues, maybe a notepad and pen. All useful on their own. But over time, the bedside table becomes a collection spot for everything you might need, just in case. And before you know it, the surface is cluttered, the drawer is crammed, and the calm you once felt slipping into bed is replaced with low-level tension. For older adults, clutter near the bed can pose more than just aesthetic challenges. Reaching over to grab something in a rush, especially in low light, can knock items over, create messes, or even cause you to fumble and lose your balance. The more crowded your nightstand, the harder it is to find what you really need when it matters most. Clearing your bedside table is a small but powerful act of self-care. Keep only the essentials, a lamp, a glass of water, your current book, or any nighttime medication, neatly arranged. The rest can be stored in a drawer, placed elsewhere, or let go entirely. Your nights deserve clarity, not clutter. And your mornings will feel brighter when the first thing you see is a peaceful, intentional space. 15. Family photos that trigger guilt instead of gratitude. Family photos are among the most cherished items in any home. They tell stories, capture milestones, and remind us of the love we've given and received. But sometimes, especially in the stillness of the bedroom, certain photos begin to stir something else: guilt, sadness, or even regret. A photo of a child you haven't spoken to in years. a spouse who has passed, a holiday snapshot from a time that feels painfully far away. These images were once meant to comfort, but if they now bring emotional heaviness night after night, it's okay to take a step back. The bedroom should be your place of rest, a space that supports emotional renewal, not emotional weight. And if the first thing your eyes fall on in the morning is a reminder of what's missing rather than what's still meaningful, that weight can shape your whole day. This doesn't mean you have to discard these photos. It means you can choose to move them to a different space, one where you can visit them intentionally and on your terms. In their place, you might display an image that brings peace, a nature scene, a joyful memory, or even a favorite piece of art. Something that grounds you in the present, not the past. 16. Unused exercise equipment gathering dust. Maybe it was a thoughtful gift. Maybe it was part of a New Year's resolution. A stationary bike, a pair of hand weights, a resistance band, or a yoga mat rolled up in the corner. At one time, it held purpose. Promise. But now it sits quietly, untouched, half hidden, collecting dust and quietly whispering, "You haven't used me in a while." For many older adults, this unused equipment becomes more than physical clutter. It can stir feelings of guilt, disappointment, or self-judgment. I should be using that. I was supposed to get stronger. Why can't I keep up? The truth is, our relationship with exercise needs to evolve as we age, just like everything else. What worked in the past may not suit your body today. And keeping equipment in your bedroom that no longer serves you may be doing more harm than good. This is your sanctuary, not your reminder of shoulds. If you still enjoy gentle movement, find ways to make it inviting. A small basket with a soft stretch band and a light set of weights might be all you need. Or maybe movement happens better outside the bedroom on a walk, in the garden, or during a group class. If a piece of equipment no longer supports your goals or your joy, it's okay to let it go. Free the space. Free yourself. Fitness is not about guilt. It's about feeling good in your own skin, in your own time. 17. A clock that ticks loudly in the silence of night. It seems so small. A ticking clock on the wall or bedside table, steady, rhythmic, familiar. Maybe you've had it for years. Maybe it was once comforting, a reminder that time was moving in its orderly way. But now, in the quiet hours of early morning, that tick-tick-tick might be doing something else entirely, disturbing your peace. As we grow older, sleep becomes more fragile. We wake more easily, stay awake longer, and sometimes struggle to fall back asleep once stirred. A loud ticking clock, however classic or sentimental, can feel like a relentless reminder that time is passing and sleep is slipping away. It's not just sound. It's stress. Each tick becomes a nudge, an interruption, a countdown. The solution is gentle. Choose silence. Replace ticking clocks with quiet digital ones or models designed to run silently. Opt for large, soft-lit numbers that are easy to see without reaching or squinting. Create a nighttime environment where your mind can float freely, untethered by noise or the pressure of watching time move minute by minute. Your sleep is sacred. The hours you spend resting are just as important as the ones spent awake. In this stage of life, peace matters more than ever. And sometimes peace begins with a little less ticking and a little more stillness. If this message spoke to you, please tap like and consider subscribing to My Reboot for more thoughtful, encouraging guidance on aging with strength and grace. We're building a warm community here, and we'd love to have you as part of it.